Kala ko titikitan mo lang ako.
Authorized po may mag-confiscate, sir. City ordinance po yan, sir. Batas ng Quezon City yan. Yan po.
Ito yan, napakaano mo na nga, sinungaling mo pa, ganyan ka.
Hindi po. Sa inyo po yan.
Napakasinungaling mo.
Good morning everyone. Today I'm with Quezon City DPOS and they'll be operating against illegally parked vehicles and other obstructions in the road and sidewalk. And to my Muslim viewers, Assalamu alaikum. You will be observing Eid al-Adha today. Sorry if my pronunciation isn't very good. I'm trying my best. Anyway, let's get on with the operation. Over here you'll see they're putting a motorcycle on the truck. In fact, they've already got one on there, so that's 2 motorcycles impounded for illegal parking on the sidewalk. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this gentleman for riding without helmet. And you'll see that they do have 2 MMDA with them today for non-contact apprehensions, and they just flagged down this guy here, no helmet. Based on the guy's face, I'm thinking no driver's license, but let's see. And there you go, the importer just went to get one of the tow crew. They're impounding this motorcycle. The driver either doesn't have or can't show a license. If you look at this sidewalk here, you'll see it's relatively narrow but not too bad until you get to this point where obviously this building has now come out further and sidewalk disappears. So there are a few things that the barangay need to work on. I mean, even just this here shouldn't really be there, because where are pedestrians going to go? Just a few moments ago I saw a lot of market vendors come out and clear their tables and stalls from the sidewalk, which is quite upsetting, to be honest, because they have a legitimate space to vend and they're still extending over the sidewalk, and that's after an operation this weekend. So this is the Abra Congressional Market, and one of the things that was suggested is that there might be a piece of government land over there where they could build a public marketplace for vendors that were previously occupying the sidewalk. But since it's a financial endeavor about making profit, why don't they have the private company here put a second level? So over here they're issuing a ticket to this one. He does have his hazard lights on, but that does not exempt you from illegal parking or obstruction tickets. This one here doesn't have a driver, so they're doing the sirens and the horns to try and get the attention of the driver if he's nearby. But I think it will end up getting towed away because they've been here a while and no one's come out yet. And the car is now up and ready to take away. This gentleman here is about to be stopped, no helmet on his motorcycle. He's saying, I'm just going nearby, but even on a short trip you are required to wear a helmet. And I've seen accidents happen at even extremely slow speeds on tiny roads, and a helmet can save your life. So it really is required all the time. Over here you'll see one of the little electric tricycles being used by the barangay. That's actually solar powered. That's a thin film solar panel on the back. It's from Star 8, and there's another panel on the top. Of course it's powered by the battery. The solar just charges it, and you plug it into the wall for most of the charge. And right now they're looking at the vehicles parked on this street. There are some on the sidewalk, some in the road, all over the place. Those drivers that come out in time can just take a ticket. If they don't appear in time, tow away to clear the obstruction. And it's not just cars parked on sidewalk, it's also things like this, motorcycles. It's really meant for pedestrians, not for parking. And the ticketing continues over here. There's a lot of vehicles parked on this road, and the driver for this one arrived just in time. He came by motorcycle, nearly got towed away. And this one could potentially face extra violations for improper display of license plate. Instead of being on the front of the car, it's behind the dark tinted windscreen, so it's pretty much unreadable. And one reason why the plate might be hidden behind the windscreen is because this vehicle hasn't been registered since 2015 according to LTO records. They're waiting for a tow truck to come in and take away this owner type jeepney. It's not in running condition, so it can't be moved by the owner. And there you go, it's hooked up to the tow truck now. If you have a vehicle that's not working, it's best to keep it on private property and not on a public road, because if a tow truck comes along, they'll take it away to clear the obstruction. And one more enforcer over here for this red car. There is a driver, so take the license, issue the ticket, send them on their way. And over here they're issuing a ticket for no helmet and wearing slippers, dress code violation. And over here they're picking a blue pickup truck onto the back of the flatbed. Of course, this is another thing that the city are combating, where people have extended the garages over the sidewalk. Apparently they have other teams that are dealing with obstructions like this, although again they're asking the barangay, please try and fix this yourself instead of relying on the city for everything. And the tow truck's coming in now to take this one away, no driver to take a ticket and move it. Imagine this, you're walking along the sidewalk and then you get this far and you see someone's fenced it off for their own private garden. Can you imagine that? That you just decide one day, hey, you know what, I'd like a garden, so I'm just going to fence off the sidewalk and make it mine. Absolutely incredible. And just in front of that VIP garden, they're actually getting ready to tow away this vehicle, no driver.
Thank you.
According to the lady that came out, they received a letter 2 days ago and they will be voluntarily demolishing this. And here goes our blue car now, hooked up to the tow truck.
Abante ako.
Opo, sa kalsada po.
Oh my! Saan ako dadaan? Sa kalsada lang naman ako dadaan.
Nakaparada ka sa kalsada, inabot na operation namin, ha?
Paano nakaparada? Kuya, huwag ka naman magsinungaling.
Kayo po ang huwag mag-
Ano yung hinahanap mo lang sa akin noong una? Lisensya?
Po?
Lisensya lang, di ba kuya?
Yes sir, para tikitan ka. Gawa ng may violation ka.
Ano?
Using the road,
Ano?
non-moving ka. Hindi ka hindi ka tumatakbo.
Anong non-moving? Nandun ako sa loob. Nasa unahan nyo na nga ako.
Along the road, bawal na bawal po tayo pumarada dyan.
Paano ako makakabante nun kuya? Nung sitwasyon na yun, nung nakita mo ako, paano ako makakabante sa dami?
Dumating ka lang para i-abantay sa sakyan mo, para makaiwas ka sa huli. Ano po?
Illegally park ako nun.
Yes, obstruction sir.
Siyempre, tatabi kami, di ba? Kasi tatabi kami.
Hindi ka tumabi. Ha? Sige po,
Kaya.
tanggap na lang itong ticket.
Grabe yung batas niyo.
Pipirman mo muna, sige. Pirman.
Illegally park yan?
Obstruction sir, city ordinance po yan sir.
Yan ang batas niyo. Pogi ng batas. Sinungaling ka kuya, ano pangalan mo? Napakasinungaling mo. Tandaan
Ewan ko lang kung sinungaling. Huwag mo idodot sa mukha ko.
Hindi, totoo, napakasinungaling mo.
Pirmahan mo yan. Pirmahan mo.
Hindi magpapatalo yung mga yan.
Ha? Napakasinungaling mo.
Sige na.
Hindi na magpapatalo
Dahil lisensya ko.
Confiscated sir. Pinakita ko na sa iyo yung ano.
Kala ko titikitan mo lang ako.
City ordinance, ayan o.
Kala ko titikitan mo lang ako.
Authorized po kami mag-confiscate sir. City ordinance po yan sir. Batas ng Quezon City yan. Yan po.
Ito yan, napakaano mo na nga, sinungaling mo pa, ganyan ka.
Ano po? Isa sa inyo po yan.
Hindi, napakasinungaling mo.
Right now they're looking at this vehicle parked in front of the Panda's House shop, which is probably where I'm about to buy my breakfast now. In fact, this vehicle over here has a sign on the windscreen. And the tow truck's come in now to actually take this vehicle away. And in front of this school, they're asking the drivers for their license. One of the drivers is trying to leave without a ticket, but they're pretty insistent, no, if you were parked here, you have to take a ticket before you leave. And also issuing a ticket to this one parked here and partially obstructing the pedestrian crossing, and a couple more tickets being issued over here. People are generally quite cooperative, one, because they already know this is happening because of the sonar, and two, because they're just happy they're not being towed. A ticket is always better than being towed away. Plus, when the ticket's issued by DPOS, it's only 350 versus the MMDA, which can be anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000. Although QC rates will soon be going up in line with MMDA. And over here they're getting ready to pick up this car. Sorry I haven't been very good with road names today, but it's been hard to keep up. And they're also looking at these two vehicles parked over here. Some of the residents have come out of their homes and said they're happy to see the clearings, and they say, hey, if we have a garage, why can't our neighbors also have a garage? So that's something that some homeowners will have to consider, converting some of their personal private space into parking. For example, they might lose a lounge area or a bedroom, but that's a responsibility of owning a car. You need somewhere to park it. Next to this car they're about to tow, on the floor here is a lot of broken glass, and here that's obviously from a window because you can see it's safety glass that breaks into little squares. So perhaps this is to deter some people parking here, I'm not sure. But we have seen sometimes in the past how vigilantes who don't like illegal parking will take action against vehicles. The driver for this red one's come out, so they can just issue a ticket, no need to tow it away. But no driver for this silver one, so it will be taken away. And here's an Innova that they picked up. I don't think I saw that one. In fact, there's no more tow truck, so you'll see he's left the ticket on the windscreen. Illegal parking unattended is 2,000 peso, and if he added obstruction that would be another 1,000, so anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 peso. Still quite a big penalty. And he's doing the same for this one here. This is the benefit of having a couple of MMDA on the operation. They can do tickets even if there's no driver. And D-Boss just stopped this motorcycle, both the driver and passenger without helmet. There's at least one helmet on the inside there. Anyway, he's handed over his license, so they'll issue a ticket now.